You know that thing where you open a new Claude chat and spend the first 5 minutes explaining how you want something done? Write in my tone. Use this format. Don't make it too formal. Add examples. Please, for the love of productivity, don't use corporate robot language. Yeah. Claude Skills are basically the solution to that. Instead of retyping the same instructions every time, you can build a custom skill once, and Claude can use it again and again. Think of it like turning Claude from a smart intern into a trained teammate who already knows your workflow. And the best part? You don't have to code it. You can literally ask Claude to create the skill with you. So, what is a skill? A Claude skill is basically a reusable set of instructions that tells Claude how to handle a specific type of task. Anthropic describes skills as a way to add specific behaviors or capabilities to your conversations with Claude. In simple words, you're teaching Claude your preferred process for one repeatable job. For example, you could make a skill for writing LinkedIn posts in your voice, replying to client emails, turning meeting notes into action items, reviewing YouTube scripts, creating product comparison tables, summarizing research papers, generating SEO titles and descriptions, or even building a weekly content plan. But the key is this: don't create a monster skill called "do everything for my business." That's not a skill. That's a confused octopus wearing a productivity hat.
Before we create the skill, there's one quick setup step. Go to Settings, then Capabilities, and turn on Code Execution and File Creation.
This matters because Claude may need to create or package files while building the skill. Also, if you don't see the same options, it may depend on your Claude plan or workspace settings.
Once that's done, go to Customize Skills. And here you'll see 3 ways to create skills. Create skill with Claude, write skill instructions, upload a skill. Today, we're ignoring the last 2, because the first one is the fun one. Now click Create a New Skill, and choose the option where Claude helps you create it. This is where Claude basically interviews you. It may ask, what should this skill do? When should I use it? What style should it follow? What should the output look like? For this demo, let's create a skill called Weekly LinkedIn Post in My Voice.
This is a great example because lots of people want to post consistently, but nobody wants to sound like they swallowed a marketing textbook.
Here's the prompt I'll give Claude. That last line is important. Always tell Claude what to avoid, because otherwise it might accidentally wander into LinkedIn cringe territory.
Now, this is where something interesting happens. Claude does not instantly create the final skill. And honestly, that's a good thing, because I asked for a skill that writes in my voice.
Claude correctly stops and says, "Can you paste 1 to 3 LinkedIn posts you've actually written?" That makes sense.
Because without examples, in my voice just means Claude is guessing. It can understand instructions like slightly witty or not too formal, but your actual voice is in the patterns: how you open, how short your sentences are, how you make a point, how you joke, how you end. So for voice-based skills, don't just describe your voice. Show examples. Give Claude 2 or 3 samples. For this demo, I'm going to give it 3 sample LinkedIn-style posts, and I'll also answer the format questions. No emojis, no hashtags.
So now I'll paste 3 short sample posts. These samples show the voice I want: short lines, simple language, a small personal insight, a slightly dry joke, and a real question at the end. This is important because a good skill is not built from vague vibes. It is built from examples. I'm also telling Claude, no emojis, skip hashtags, draft the skill first, then test it on 2 prompts and refine it before we install it.
That last part is key. Before you save a writing skill, you want to see if it actually sounds right.
Now Claude does something really useful. Instead of instantly packaging the skill, it tests the style first. It reads the samples and identifies the pattern: short declarative lines, a slightly contrarian hook, the "I used to X, now I Y" structure. a dry, honest line, a crisp payoff, and a genuine closing question. Then it runs 2 test prompts. One is a normal topic. Write me a LinkedIn post about why saying no to most things is underrated. And the other is more personal. Turn this into a founder post. In our first year, I answered every customer support email myself because I thought it showed we cared. It nearly broke me.
This is actually one of the best parts of the process, because before you install the skill, you get to ask, is the length right? Is the tone right? Is the writing too witty, too serious, or too generic? Are the closing questions good? Does it avoid the stuff I told it to avoid? And in this case, the test posts are doing the job. They are short, clean, slightly witty, and they avoid emojis, hashtags, and fake LinkedIn humblebrag energy. So now I'm going to approve the style.
At this stage, Claude asks for a verdict. So I'm going to keep it simple and say, these feel right. Keep the length around 120 to 150 words. Keep the wit level as it is. Dry, clever, but not forced. Keep the closing questions thoughtful and specific, not generic. Please now package this into the final skill so I can install it. Make sure the skill description is very specific about when it should trigger automatically.
And that last line matters, because the description is not just a random label. The description is basically the trigger system. It tells Claude when to use this skill automatically. Now Claude has packaged the skill, and this is the moment where it stops being just a normal chat response and becomes something reusable. On the right side, you can see the actual skill preview. The skill is called something like LinkedIn Voice, and the most important part is the description. Notice how specific it is. It doesn't just say, bad, helps with writing. That would be way too vague. Instead, this description says the skill should trigger for LinkedIn posts, founder posts, personal branding posts, professional social posts, thought leadership posts, and even prompts like, turn this into a post, make this a post, draft a post about my week.
That matters because Claude uses this description to decide when the skill should automatically activate. A vague description is basically whispering in a crowded room. A specific description is standing on a chair with a megaphone. Clear trigger, clear job, clear use case.
So now I'm going to click Save Skill.
But we're not done yet, because saving the skill is only step 1. The real test is what happens in a fresh chat. And the trick is, don't say, use my LinkedIn skill. Just make a normal request and see if Claude activates it automatically.
So next, I'll open a fresh Claude chat and test whether this skill actually kicks in on its own. Now I'm in a fresh chat, and I'm not going to paste the full instructions again. I'm just going to ask, turn this idea into a LinkedIn post. I used to overcomplicate productivity, but now I just track 3 things every day. And look, Claude checks the LinkedIn Voice skill automatically. That means the trigger worked, and we get the actual result. Look at the structure. Short lines, clear hook, personal lesson,
No emojis, no hashtags, and a thoughtful question at the end.
I didn't repeat the full instructions. I didn't remind Claude of the tone. I didn't paste the examples again. The skill handled the repeatable part for me. Now let's make the test harder. This time, I'm not even going to say LinkedIn post. I'm just going to say,
Make this a post. I spent too much time trying to find the perfect AI tool. Then I realized the real problem was not the tool. It was that I was not giving clear instructions. And look, Claude still writes it in the same saved style. Short lines, personal opening, clear lesson, no emojis, no hashtags, a thoughtful closing question. This is important because it proves the description is not just decoration.
the description is what helps Claude understand when to use the skill automatically. So when we wrote a specific description with phrases like, make this a post, turn this into a post, and draft a post about, we made the skill much easier for Claude to trigger. That means the description is doing its job.
And for the third test, I try a founder post. Because in the skill description, we didn't only write LinkedIn post. We also told Claude to use the skill for founder posts, personal branding posts, professional social posts, and thought leadership posts. So when I ask for a founder post, Claude automatically checks the same skill and applies that voice again. That is exactly the point. The skill works across different professional post types, not just one exact phrase. You're not just saving a prompt, you're creating a reusable workflow that Claude can recognize automatically.
So that's the full flow. Create the skill with Claude. Give it real examples, make the description specific. Save it, then test it in a fresh chat without naming the skill. That last part is the real proof. If Claude automatically knows when to use the skill, you didn't just save a prompt, you built a reusable workflow. Start with one task you repeat every week. LinkedIn posts, client emails, YouTube scripts, meeting summaries, anything. Build it once, test it once, then keep refining it. Because once you get this right, Claude stops feeling like a chatbot and starts feeling like a teammate who actually remembers how you work. This is AI Tool Tracker, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.